think we
Yes.
all are familiar with a traditional IQ test. Explain to us what a nonverbal IQ test is and what it means to take that language piece out.
Okay. Well, a nonverbal IQ is just what it means. It's nonverbal. It can be administered to not only students with speech or language problems, but also to students who are not children who are not they're English language learners. So
Okay.
that's another big component that, depending on, once again, you have to know the populations of your areas to know what you need to have with you.
I had
Okay.
never even thought about that the English language learners would also be a good candidate for a nonverbal IQ test. That makes sense. Yeah.
Very much so. That is usually autistic children,
Mm-hmm.
depending on where they are. That I do that a lot, but primarily nowadays, in what I'm seeing in my area, is I'm giving it to a lot of English language learners.
Okay. And what does that look like? A nonverbal IQ. So you're just asking them to do tasks without using words,
Yes,
right?
yes, and some of them they will have pictures you can point and show them the pictures of what you want them to do, since you verbally cannot tell them what you want them to do.
And are those scores that you get from a traditional IQ and then a nonverbal IQ, are those scores comparable? Are they pretty much the same across the board? For example, and I think my question is, if you were to give a verbal IQ test to a second grader and get a score of 100, if you gave that same second grader a different IQ test but gave them a nonverbal, would you also get a score close to 100?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not going to, so
Yes.
even if a child has good language skills, if you take that language piece out, you're not going to see a big fluctuation in those scores.
Well, it depends,
Okay.
because you could have a very verbally loaded child.
Okay.
Okay. And that is the best single predictor, your verbal IQ. I know we're talking about nonverbal, and I'm going to get to that in just a second.
Okay.
That is the best predictor of achievement, like
Okay.
school achievement.
Okay. And we're going to get to achievement scores here in a minute too.
Okay. The nonverbal IQ is considered an indicator of potential to learn language.
Okay. All right. That
So
makes
if
sense.
you have, indeed, language and IQ, as I know we will discuss later, IQ is indeed is affected by the language. So when you take the language portion out, you are getting the best score you can on that day.
Okay.
But you are leaving out many different areas of intelligence.
Right.
But the nonverbal, like I said, is the best indicator of potential to learn language.
The potential to learn language. So that's going to be for our kids, like you said, who are on the autism spectrum, who have limited engagement, who have low cognitive skills, those kinds of things. What is their potential to learn language? Okay.